Hi, I'm Tom with Denniston Data, here to do some more quick demos of the provider ranking system. This time we're going to do it on the 10 most prevalent disease groups by ethnic category, Asian, Black, and white. However, white is everyone but Black and Asian. So this is from the National Institutes of Health, Library of Medicine. Actually, the Mayo Clinic is the one that performed this study. So if I'll click on that really quick to show you the skin disorders, osteoarthritis, joint disorders, back problems, so forth. I'm going to cover all of these in all these short little videos. First, let's start with skin disorders. And you could log into providerrankings.com if you have access for all 8 years of CMS data. Or if you don't have any of that, go to DennistonData.com, click on Complementary Consumer Portal, which we'll do right now. I'll click on Specialty Ranking while I'm here. Look for Dermatology. And right now it just says entire US. And there are 11,658 entries found here. Too many to look through. I want to keep it all on the same page, or I can't keep it all on the same page, too many, but I'll do 2,000. I could narrow it down with any of these dynamic columns. I could do the zip, filter by zip, or up here, filter by zip code. I could do, let's see, 113. I just spotted one down there. Let's do it. Flushing, New York. So you see here listed their grades on the right, and on the left you see rank. So green means top 25%, yellow means top 50%. If there's no color there, that means they are in the remaining 50%. If I knew the name, if there was a long list, I didn't feel like looking through it all, but I knew the name, knew the last name, Beta. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'll click on the NPI code. It takes me to a provider detail page. On the provider detail page, we supply the NPI number, the location of their practice, their office, their grade, 83% equals A minus. You might think, I don't remember 83% equaling A minus when I was in school. Well, these grades are different. They're not 60 to 100 passing grades. They're 0 to 100 based on a ranking. So an 83% means this provider is more experienced, practices these procedures more often than 83% of their peers doing the dermatology procedures. 17%, the remaining up to 100, practice or provide these procedures more often than this provider. So that's why they received an 83%. They are 2,697 out of 11,658 in the entire United States. You could click on that if you want to see them in the national ranking. They are number 11 out of 48 in Flushing, New York. You click on that if you want to see that in the list. Beneath this are billing and procedure summary for the year 2018 on this providerrankings.com. As I said, if you want all the recent years, subscribe. And you can do that at DennistonData.com as well. So 270,745 was the total Medicare approved amount, which was about 6% less than the previous year. This provider billed CMS 563,000, about 2.08 times as high as what was approved. 45 procedure codes, unique procedure codes were done by this provider in 2018. So 4,612 procedures of those 45 unique procedure codes were done on 752 patients in the year 2018 by this provider. This chart over here to the right, it just shows throughout the years the amount billed, or the amount approved and the amount billed by this provider. You can switch that to patients. So the number of procedures done on the number of patients throughout those years. Patient demographic and risk profile, whether or not this provider accepts Medicare, Y for yes and for no, of course. Gender of this provider, F for female and for male. RUCA, rural to urban commuting area code, in this case 1, which means urban. If you clicked on RUCA, it would explain to you all the different numbers and what they mean. Type, This is an individual provider, not in a group practice. Average age of patient 76, 64% of them female, 87% of them white, 3% Hispanic, 3% African American, 3% Asian Pacific. Top 5 comorbid conditions treated by this provider. On the paid site, the subscriber website, we give the top 15 comorbid conditions. Average risk score of patients. In this case, 1.0104. 1 would be average. 1.5 and above is high risk. Most common procedures done by this provider. Top procedures performed greater than 10 times per year. So any procedure performed 11 or more times per year by this provider. In this case, on providerrankings.com, it's 2018, the year we're looking at. So they'd be found here. So anything highlighted in green means this provider placed in the top 25%. So in the US or their Zip3, depending on which column you're looking at. Yellow is top 50%. Without the color means it does not place in either the 50 nor the 25%. These are also dynamic columns that can be arranged alphabetically or numerically. See how many times a repeat procedure was done. There's some zeros here. Then there's 520% of repeats for destruction of 2 to 14 skin growths. It's worth knowing how often a provider is repeating the same procedure on the same patient. Sometimes it's necessary and useful. Sometimes it's a red flag. Why are they doing this so many times on the same patient? Just depends on the procedure. Billing times, how much did they bill compared to the amount they were approved of? How did that grow compared to the previous year? And so forth. Hope you found this helpful when looking for any provider. In this case, we did dermatology for skin disorders. Beneath this list, there's an explanation of all of these columns, or at least a number of these columns, like the composite ranking score, how we reach that, and location, what is O and F, of course, facility and office. I'm Tom. Thanks for your time. Hope to see you on another video. Thank you.